Have you ever tried upgrading a Godot project from version 3 to 4? Major release ports can be daunting. Godot provides a migration tool to help with the initial upgrade, but it's not perfect, and there are numerous problems and roadblocks you might encounter after moving the project to the new version. Today, we'll look at the 10 biggest changes I had to make while upgrading the 2D Orbits projects on the channel from version 3.4 to version 4.2. These projects are very small and simple, making them perfect examples of the challenges faced during such upgrades. Even with projects so small, the effort required to successfully port a game to different engines and release versions is amazing. Most of these issues were directly related to breaking changes in version 4.2. By using the error messages and the online documentation, I was able to identify the root cause of each issue and come up with planned solutions. The nice thing about doing all projects at once was that I could fix the same issue across all projects while focused on that single solution. Now, let's look at the biggest hurdles I encountered during the last two phases, since those were the manual development tasks I had to perform to complete the upgrades. 1. Renamed functions and variables. Many functions and variables were renamed in Godot 4. For instance, update was renamed to queueRedraw, stepify became snapped, and arrayRemove changed to arrayRemoveAt. Adjusting to these new names was necessary to ensure compatibility. This required meticulously going through the code to identify and update all instances of the renamed elements. 2. Changes to node path strings. Node paths now require the node path wrapper function around strings when using getNode type functions. This change was straightforward to implement but essential for proper functionality. It was crucial to systematically update every node path reference to avoid runtime errors. 3. Angle to point calculation. The calculation for the angle between 2 points was corrected in newer versions of Godot. This required flipping the operands in the angle to point method to achieve accurate results. Ensuring the correctness of this calculation was vital for the accuracy of the orbit simulation. 4. Default label and slider styles. UI control nodes, like labels and sliders, underwent significant changes. Adjustments were made using theme overrides for font size and color to ensure the text and UI elements fit properly on the screen. These visual tweaks were necessary to maintain a consistent user experience across different versions. 5. Camera zoom issues and inversion. Godot 4 inverted the camera zoom direction. To address this, I rewrote the zoom code using a remap function to map the zoom values correctly, maintaining the desired zoom behavior. This adjustment was crucial for preserving the intended functionality of the camera controls. 6. High eccentricity issues. High velocities and time steps caused inaccuracies in planet motion calculations. I improved this by increasing the number of iterations and enhancing the accuracy of guessed values. This refinement was essential for achieving smoother and more realistic planetary motions. 7. Area gravity point problem. The star, which should be locked at the center, was being affected by planetary gravity. This was fixed by modifying the star's Area 2D gravity node to use the Combine and Replace setting, ensuring the star's position remained stable. This adjustment prevented unwanted drift and kept the simulation accurate. 8. Rigid body star movement. Despite gravity adjustments, the star still moved due to collisions. Disabling the star's collision shape solved this issue since the star itself wasn't reliant on collisions. This change eliminated erratic movements and stabilized the star's position. 9. Rigid body planets not moving at distance. Planets without initial velocity weren't moving beyond a certain distance from the star. This was due to the sleep mode in rigid bodies. Disabling this mode ensured all planets received gravity impact and moved as expected. This fix allowed for a more realistic gravitational pull on distant planets. 10. Rigid body planets disconnecting from star. Planet collisions caused the planet orbit lines to twist and rotate wildly. Disabling rotation on the planets using the lock rotation setting resolved this, keeping orbit lines correctly aligned. This change maintained the integrity of the orbital paths during collisions. And here are the 3 projects, each running in 4.2. See? Not so bad. These changes required manual intervention and thorough testing to ensure the projects functioned correctly in Godot 4.2. I didn't recompile the editor with double precision support, but I did consider it for a future update. Maybe that would make things even better, but for now, these projects look great in the new engine. What do you think? Now, try upgrading an actual game of considerable size, and you'll see these and many more challenges firsthand. Hopefully you found something helpful in this video. All 3 projects, now upgraded to Godot 4.2, are available in our GitHub repositories. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions or comments or want early access to the code. Thanks for watching. Cheers!